Darla submitted an important question. What is the best way to trust myself around trigger foods? Darla, that was a short question without a lot of detail, but you gave me some big clues about the nature of your challenge by the use of the words trust and trigger foods. For those who aren't familiar with the term trigger foods, these are foods that a person feels triggers loss of control, resulting in overeating or binging. While these foods are often highly palatable, meaning that they're high in sugar, fat, and/or salt, that really isn't what causes the feeling of loss of control. The common denominator is that these are foods commonly restricted on various diet and lifestyle plans. In experimental studies, restraint has been shown to be a powerful trigger for feelings of deprivation, cravings, overeating or binging, and guilt, which leads right back to more restriction. I call it the eat, repent, repeat cycle. If you want to learn more about this cycle, download Chapter 1 of Eat What You Love What You Eat. It's free. So basically what's happening is that when we restrict certain foods for whatever reason, we put them up on a pedestal. They actually become more special, more powerful over us. And so we have to think about these foods all the time in order to avoid them. As we're thinking about these foods over time, we may begin to feel more deprived. That may lead to powerful cravings. And of course, I don't know about you, but the foods I'm not supposed to eat would show up in my environment all the time. And then, of course, over time, if I'm hungry or stressed or just really craving a particular food, I would eat that food. Then I'd feel guilty and out of control. So I'd keep eating that food because I wasn't going to have it again tomorrow. And then I'd decide I wasn't allowed to eat that food anymore because I clearly couldn't control myself. That's why it's a cycle. So while it may seem counterintuitive, an important step to learning to trust yourself around certain foods is to stop making them bad or forbidden. I know that sounds scary. We call this process fearless eating. We'll cover fearless eating in another video. Just don't be surprised if you want these foods more often at first. Doesn't it make sense when there's a food you really love but you haven't let yourself eat it? You're going to want it more often at first. However, over time, as you begin to trust that you can eat that food whenever you really want it, it will lose its power over you. It will move from being a trigger food to simply a food you love. That's how you rebuild trust in yourself around certain foods.